Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mod and Pop Thrift. My name is Tom. I am a full-time stay-at-home dad for my 6 children, and I am a full-time eBay reseller. And back here, from here to here, is everything that sold, and we need to get out of here. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the what solds of what sold. $26 items. I didn't do any shipping yesterday. I've adjusted my handling times to be 2 days. I was on 1 day handling time, and just with the kids back in school and Ruby at a teething, starting to toddle a little, I just need to be a little more hands-on in the house and not able to really ship everything every day. So 1 day handling time's not working for me anymore. This has been around for an eon. I don't even know. Made in the USA. Lucky brand t-shirt. Cool thing. It's a really nice feeling. It says it's a medium, but gosh, it looks like an XL. It's not quite big enough for me, but it does say it's a medium. Runs big in the title, and then I always put the measurements in. That sold for $10 plus shipping. It had been around forever. I was going to take whatever offer showed up. This is an apron, and like it would fit on me and go down just like kind of over my belly, but I put in it women's and children's, like a small woman or a reasonably sized child. This is going to work really well for. The buyer messaged me and said, hey, possible to speed up the processing, and this sold today, so yeah, I'm going to send it out a day early. My child needs it for a costume September 27th, so I don't know if that's a Halloween costume. That's a little early to need a Halloween costume. Perhaps they're using it in some kind of theater thing, but $12.75 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $23. Really cool piece. Leather or heavy denim aprons, work aprons, I do well with. I've never really bothered to do anything with like kitchen aprons, but work kind of aprons I do fairly well with. Found a whole bunch of Margaritaville. This has been listed since August 1st. 3XL Margaritaville. Just pretty generic shirt. I paid $3 for it. It sat in the death pile for 2 years. And it sold on an offer. I listed a whole bunch of shirts on August 1st for $9.99 plus shipping. I didn't comp any of them. I just listed them. Sold them and that one I got an offer for $8, and I took it because I'm taking it out of the death pile. In my opinion, it's found money at that point. Paid 50 cents a piece for 1, 2, 3, 4 calculators. They work to various degrees. So that'd be $2. I did buy a radio that I ended up donating because it had corroded batteries and it didn't comp worth messing with. So $2.50 into this, and it sold for $18.90 free shipping. Spent $5 on a toolbox full of tools, and we sold a bunch of the tools off. There was 2 in a week where I bought one for $30 and I bought one for $5, and the $5 one didn't have nearly as many good tools in it, but the box was really good. Crown emblem, Craftsman, made in the US. These all have a number printed on them, if you know where to find it. Oh, there it is. 6520, right? Yeah. So you can look up that toolbox. Tombstone is a keyword to look out for this particular type. They should have a red tray. If you're buying the toolbox and it doesn't have the tray, you're probably not going to do as well. This one had the red tray. There is a gray tray. It's less desirable. I don't know why, but people collect these toolboxes. So even this one with like pitted chrome and rust and somebody's name inked over the top of it. I had it listed for $55, took an offer today for $45. Free shipping, but like I said, I'm only $5 into it, so I'll probably make $20. on my $5 investment, and I still have more tools to sell from the same lot. The Cardinals, we went to my buddy's mom's house. She was having an estate sale. Cardinals jackets and stuff. Picked up a couple of games. Sealed Cubs Monopoly. And this sold for $34.99 free shipping. They sell fairly well. It sells okay used. Oh, that's fun. I just noticed that on the front. The pieces are a Cubs hat. And so then the other ones would be generic good. I'm sure they have, the different teams have different. But a Cubs hat, catcher's mitt, pitcher, batter, ball and glove, like a golden glove kind of award. And then hot dog. Sold for $35 free shipping. It's pretty long. It's not going to be hugely fun to ship, but I'm in it for next to nothing. Used to do really well on these kind of hats. Flat bills, newsy, cabbie, flat caps. This one is 100% wool. And says extra large. Sold for $11 plus shipping. It is what it is. It's been around for a long time. I don't think I would pick those up anymore. Zelda. This is a piece of cardboard that would sit on top of a shelf display like at Walmart, and advertised to sell this game. And I don't know how my buddy came up with it, but he had it in his garage, and he's like, hey, you want to buy this? Because I'm not going to end up displaying it. And I said, how much you want for it? And he said $20. And I'm like, well, yeah. Sold for $120 free shipping. Had it for probably 2 or 3 weeks. This game has a lot of iterations. Katako Basketball. This is a newer one. I thought it was older. 2004. I mean, I guess it's 20 years old. But like these games go back to the 60s. Like you can see the kids playing it there on the front. For over 50 years. Over 50 years, 20 years ago. So you can find some that are 70 years old probably. Pretty simple. The ball is just a ping pong ball. So if it's and it's just the board that sets in the middle of a box. These two backboards, the 2 goals and a ball. And then it's like it's almost like foosball, but you're playing basketball. Anyway, it was at the same garage sale that the Monopoly was at, and it was $2 and sold for $35 free shipping. This sold within hours of picking it up. I listed it for $55, knowing that was higher than I wanted to list it. Free shipping. I listed it where I felt like was a little over the comps. $55 free shipping. The stickers are in really good shape. So it has like this sticker and that sticker, and the rug and the sidewalk are stickers. And it has this door, this patio door. And so it's complete as far as the structure is concerned, but it would have come with a lot of accessories. It has none of those. I paid $5 for it, listed it for $55, knowing that I was going to send 10% off offers immediately. I sent out an offer for $49.99 when it had been listed for like an hour. Buyer came back at $45, and I'm like, yep, that's making money and making it quick. And I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to turn down $25 worth of profit because it's only been listed for an hour and a half and I listed it over the comps. $11 free shipping. I found a bunch of this Colorado State Rams. Shout out John, small town bookseller. Check out his YouTube channel. This one is 97% acrylic and 3% spandex XL from the Zephyr company. Cool hat, but it's pretty limited market. I found a bunch of their stuff. I've sold through most of it, but it was all cheap. Like anything associated with Colorado State University. That wasn't nice. I just said that to be mean. Anyway, $11 free shipping. I've had that for 2 years. Wrote the cost of goods off a long time ago. Even if I'm nothing into it, I'm only making $4, and I probably spent $1 or $2 on it. This is a half-gallon Tupperware pitcher. We paid $2 for it. It has the lid, which is good, because if it didn't have the lid, I don't think it would sell. The lid would probably sell better by itself. Definitely sell better than the pitcher by itself. Anyhow, $17.99 free shipping. That'll be easy to shove in a box. It's not going to get damaged. Wild Oats did not make huge runs of t-shirts. Made in the U.S. with the box around the Wild Oats and the this big heavy tag. That is a desirable tag, and this shirt is from 1998, and it is Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it is extremely short. You can see it got cut off, and the sleeves got cut short. And so I put measurements in the listing, and the first word in the listing is cut. This is probably a $65 or $70 shirt if it's in good shape. This one is in beautiful print, but it's cut up. I listed it for $35.99 free shipping and took a $30 offer. I mean, $30 on a t-shirt, and I spent $8 on it knowing that there's a huge market for that t-shirt. A t-shirt's got to be worth quite a bit. Got to be pretty desirable to sell for $30 at all. That one would have been big money if it was in really good shape, but it's just not. And I got a bunch of those shirts that day that would be good, really big money, and I spent between $6 and $15 on them. But I only ended up spending $65. So I think I averaged like $7 per shirt on them, and I got a lot of really good shirts, but they're damaged, so they're not going to sell at the top of the market. This is a 3-in-1 oil can. It does have some oil in it, so I didn't want to... So I kept it in this bag so it didn't spill on anything in my storage or in the in transit. I got a bunch of these high bid auction, and a couple of them sold real fast. I made my money back. This one sold for $10.50 free shipping. Spent a quarter a piece on 106 or something. I did the math on here one time. License plates: 1964 purple, 1963 like John Deere colors, 1962, and another 64. They're not in great shape. They sold for $6.50 plus shipping. Somebody will do something fun with them. Buyers all in at $16. Wolf shirt, Native American print, $7.50 plus shipping. It's been around forever. I would have thought it would have sold better than it did. Spent $5 on MR Ducks. Ducks on a stand, signed artwork. Could not find comps for this exact one. Couldn't get there was one that was on Terapeak, and then there was one where somebody had like 4 or 5 of them on a not eBay auction site and got $1,500 for a bunch of them. So I listed this for $160 free shipping, and it's gonna suck to ship without breaking it, but I took an offer for $120. I guess it's plus shipping. $120 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $178. The issue is this guy's wing is broken off and kind of got some kind of sticky material holding it in place, but not really glued. So I'm not going to take it off, but it's going to have to go into a pretty good size box and a lot of bubble wrap. Ordered more bubble wrap from Bubble Boy today for this. Carved ducks that are signed do particularly well. I got a bunch of signed ducks that day. Some will do better than others. That one did really well for a broken duck that I spent $5 on. Wrangler spent 75 cents a piece on a bunch of chambray Wrangler pearl snaps. Short sleeve. There were short sleeves and long sleeves. This one sold for $15, free shipping. Man, I would have thought that I listed that higher. And now I'm looking at it to see if there was some kind of flaw. I put all of them, I clipped a little tag to them to say, this one's K. So then my item location says the box that it's in and then says K. So that I know which one sold. Because I took individual pictures of everything. And listed all those shirts separately. This is hilarious. I will not trouble you with my spot on impressions of Cornholio. This is not old. The old ones can do crazy well. This is from 2021. I thought it would do better than it did. Sold for $9 plus shipping. People seem to really be enjoying the cassette content. I've gotten quite a few comments about that. I bought all of those cassettes, huge pile of cassettes, and I have not made a lot of money on any individual cassette. None of them were really worth more than $4 or $5, but I'm into them for pennies. This group, none of these, I had a whole bunch of them that were not worth listing individually. So what I ended up doing was just making lots of 15 cassettes, and 3 of them I think, and listing them for $24.99 free shipping, and then I accepted an offer for $21.12. So that must be a percentage off. I just got an offer for some REO Speedwagon cassettes. Let's see how good it is. A lot of those cassette things I did like $12 free shipping, which is not very good. So this is $8 even. If that's free shipping, I'm not going to accept that because, and I'm pretty sure that it is, because $8 free shipping. Yeah, those are $11 free shipping. I don't know. I probably shouldn't even have offers on. But I have offers on everything. I'm going to make a counter offer. I can't do $8.50 free shipping. I'm going to say $10 and then say $10 is as low as I can go with free shipping. Reminding them that it's free shipping. $10 free shipping for 2 cassettes. I mean, I'm pennies into them. I'm probably less than 50 cents in, so it's mostly all profit. But still making, if I'm making $3, I would rather hang on to them and see if I can. And see, sometimes I don't say that, but like those are REO Speedwagon. They're gonna sell, and it's not like I need that sale. I'm getting lots and lots of sales right now. So we countered at $11 or at $10, $8. The reality is $8 free shipping is a ridiculous offer, and I'm not going to take it. Back to these cassettes. Best of Michael Jackson, White Boy Blues, which is like Eric Clapton. Yeah, Clapton, Beck, Jeff Beck. Not I'm a Loser Beck. Jimmy Page, probably John Mayall. Boston, same Boston album we sold earlier. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. This is probably... No, it's not going to be that. I don't know any of the songs in here that I know of right off. The soundtrack to Platoon, Beach Boys Christmas, The Cars, ELO, The Bee Gees, Toto, Andy Williams. So like I can throw this one in and call it a lot of 15, but that one's trash. April Wine and Eddie Money. And then the two best albums in this one, in my particular opinion, are Jim Croce, Best of Jim Croce. Such a phenomenal artist. So I feel like a lot of people know him, but I think there are a ton of people who never even heard him or any of his songs, and he's so incredible. Such a great songwriter. The lyrics, him and his guitarist, like he plays guitar, but then there's a guy who plays an accompanied guitar, and it's just the two of them in guitar a lot of the time. And his voice is not like, he's not some virtuoso singer, but his voice is like Dylan, like true and honest, but he has a more conventionally good voice, but he's not some fantastic singer. I Got a Name, King Song, The Way We Used to, It Doesn't Have to Be That Way. And these are the best of. I Got a Name's a good song. Photographs and Memories, Age, Railroad Song. I'll Have to Say I Love You in a Song. That's that whole list. I would say I Got a Name, I Have to Say I Love You in a Song, Photographs and Memories. Fantastic songs. And then on the front, those are the three that it lists as his greatest hits. And this is one of my favorite albums from the 70s. James Taylor's Greatest Hits. I could listen to this on repeat for the rest of my life. It's incredible. My sister says that he sounds sad no matter what he's doing. He could be singing a happy birthday song and make it sound sad. And I can agree with that. Something in the Way She Moves, Carolina on My Mind, Fire and Rain, Sweet Baby James, Country Road, Steamroller is okay. The other of those songs are all fantastic. Don't Let Me Be Lonely Tonight, Walkin' Man is okay. How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, all-time classic. Mexico is not a great song, but then he says, he's singing this song about how cool Mexico is, and he's like, Mexico, I've never really been, but I'd sure like to go. And I just think that line's really, really funny. Shower the People You Love with Love, and You've Got a Friend. Just like hit after hit after hit. Amazing album. So if you don't own a copy of these, probably get a different Jim Croce Greatest Hits, but James Taylor's Greatest Hits, the white cover, just incredible. Fantastic music. Big, huge fan. Thanks for listening. Almost regret selling this once it's sold because I bought it and then I listed it before we owned Mavis. It looks like Mavis on there, but it's not. It's probably a Labrador, and as much as she looks like a Labrador, she is not a Labrador. This is by The Mountain. If you're not familiar with The Mountain, they have some prints that do really, really well. They're always tie-dyed with some kind of weird print on them. And then they're almost always dated down here, 2011, like in the imagery somewhere. Cool shirt, very Mavis-y looking. Sold for $8.99 plus shipping. Oh, I told you those cassettes sold for $21. Of Mice and Men. Bought a bunch on Whatnot. Tiny, like if you were a scene kid in the early 2000s, and I wasn't a kid, I was going to concerts of like emo bands and stuff, but hardcore and metalcore, grindcore, and that kind of stuff. But they were all wearing like shirts that were way too tight and tiny little people wearing little clothes. So a lot of this kind of stuff is going to be small. This sold for somebody had a huge pile of them. And he's like, all these bands nobody ever heard of, Bring Me the Horizon and Of Mice and Men and Memphis Mayfly and a couple of others, but those kind of post-hardcore bands. And I was like, I'll buy the whole pile if you want to sell it. And I think he sold me 15 shirts for $25 or something. Anyway, they didn't do as well as I'd hoped. I was buying everything off of Whatnot at that point, all kinds of stuff. Sold for $7 plus shipping. No Bears stuff at all with the Cardinals jackets, but there was this one majestic Letterman jacket that is Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts. Not great. Sold for $19 plus shipping. Cool piece. It is what it is. Sports magazines. I did a whole bunch of car magazines, and in amongst those car magazines there were sports magazines. These sold for $17. So there's 12 issues. They sold for $17.59 free shipping. The only one, like, I guess I can show them to you if you guys want to see them. Frank Robinson. There's only one that I'm like, oh, that one's really cool. Jim Berlin, Rick Barry. That one's pretty good. His son, or no, I don't remember. Rick Barry is a Hall of Famer for sure. Wilt the Stilt. I guess that one's really good too. Wilt the Stilt. Wilt Chamberlain. If you're a hockey fan, there are a couple of good ones. Two Bobbies. So Bobby Hull, and then this one is Dave Cowens. I don't imagine you would get away with making that cover in any regard anymore. That is a shocking magazine cover. Tom Seaver, Brooke Robbins, Bobby Orr. This is the one. George Foreman. Holy cow, isn't that a cool cover? That's the one that I was like, yeah, that's amazing. But it doesn't sell for much, so I left it in the lot. When I got him, I was like, that's probably going to sell by itself and a lot the rest of them out. Bob Greasy, Jim Plunkett, and Larry Brown. I am not a huge sports fan, and in any of that era, I would definitely be way more NBA than NFL or baseball. So there's only a couple of basketball covers. And then this one's real good too. Digimon stuff does really well. This was $2. And I was shocked, and I didn't have any idea what it was worth, but I knew I couldn't find comps on it, and I wasn't leaving it there for $2. I did end up finding similars on Terapeak once I got home, but they weren't exactly this. And they were in the $100 range. So I listed this for $129, and once I got it listed, it's a little bit of yellowing in the bubble, and it's a little bit damaged, and I mean it's not perfect, but it's a nice piece for something that is hard to find. And I sent out an offer for $115, and somebody came back at $100. And I thought real hard about holding out to try to get the extra money. But I'm like, I spent $2 this week. Turning it back into $100, I would feel like a fool turning it down. I'm here to make money, not hold cool inventory. So, that's everything that sold. 26 items for $933.42. And a lot of those are, free shipping things. So that includes the shipping price. They came back at $9. And so when I send a message and say, this is the best I can do, and they counter that, I decline every time. Because the best I can do is the best I can do, even if it's $1. You guys heard me worrying about that in my head a little bit. I didn't know if I even wanted to counter or where I wanted to counter. Today has not been a good day for sales. My sales have been off the rails like crazy. So like Sunday was $159. Monday was $255. Tuesday was $415, and Wednesday was $392, and now today's only $125. But there was definitely a time recently where $125 was not a small day. So sales are coming back in a big way, but today I didn't list much of anything yesterday. I haven't listed anything yet today, and it's 20 minutes till 9. So I got to get labels printed for a lot of this stuff so that it doesn't end up late. It has to ship within the next 24 hours. I have 10 of these that have to do that. And I'll just print the labels and I'll put them out tomorrow and they'll be fine. But I'll probably just go ahead and ship all of them before I'm done tonight. So I'm going to get into that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Thanks for following and clicking the bell. We'll see you on the next one.